Conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead. This is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
Man, it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position. You hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch near the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground and he gets north fast.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just feeds the running back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And the Yellow Jackets will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Under fire. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
Well, And there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football,
he gets it in! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And hey, how about the 2-for-1? The quarterback gets a touchdown pass and a new tattoo to remember the moment by.
You know, we always talk about quarterbacks having soft focus around them and hard focus downfield. You just saw that right there. There are a lot of quarterbacks that would have been anticipating the hit coming, maybe taking the sack or just tried to throw the ball away. They would have panicked. Not this guy. He stood in there, he faced the fire, and boy, oh boy, that was a beautiful throw.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw. It's Galladay. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Cardinals. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Wilson to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the...
Breaks into the open. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Back to pass, it's Galladay. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Red pass hits complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they really just count numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Cardinals headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Galladay. It's caught. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's moved. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They want to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out. And what really made that corner route work was the receiver not telegraphing where he was going. He kept his eyes down the field, so the DB in man coverage didn't know if he was breaking inside, if he was going to continue running straight, maybe going to the post, maybe turning around for a curl. It was the corner route, though, and as a result, they pick up a big chunk of yards.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wilson will throw. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Hard running there. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline of your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Looking for a man. It's Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 2nd and 10, a full wideout set, trips right. Wide receiver comes in motion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Turns it on at midfield. Running free. 10. Touchdown Cardinals. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wilson to pass. Heaves it on the run. Wheels it in down the left side. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line as they come out of their own territory with a vengeance. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Working the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here. There he goes! Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Smashes through the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Oh, they're after it! And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They want to see if they can score the deuce. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The give to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Galladay. Got his man. Turning it on. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
28, Georgia Tech, 19.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it! Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. On the run, it's Coleman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down or else. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Ball sitting right at the 50-yard line, and they'll go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest.
It's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Galladay. Under fire. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
No big surprise there, right? We're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires left. Makes the catch. It's 5. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. Now from inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They've got the screen set up. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Man, those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. To the air, it's Galladay. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the grab, 20 for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, need a conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Louisville. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Tight end finds a soft spot. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to the running game. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
To the ground. He's got it again. Breaks into the open.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown Cardinals. Once he got some room, it was over. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Going right to work up top. It's complete. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Keep it on the ground. There he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little